Last week we went on a walk to see the northern reaches from Tewitfield to Burton and Kendal with our walking buddies and our 3 dogs. We searched for a pub and ended up eating ice cream. If you've never walked the northern reaches, then maybe you want to check out last week's video.
In today's video we're going to take you from our mooring at Borwick to our mooring at Hasty Brow Road, and we bump into a fellow vlogger's boat. Well, not literally.
The weather's just glorious today. It was really lovely yesterday when we took our walk, and again today. It's quite warm and there's a lovely breeze, a light breeze, and that breeze is keeping you from getting overly hot. And it's just a beautiful day for cruising on the canal. So I know that my husband in the back of the boat is enjoying this just as much as I am in the front. And little Tilly Wilkins here, she's just sort of snoozing as she does, and waits to see where she's going to end up, so that when she gets to the next mooring, she can check out all the really nice smells and see if she can meet up with some new dogs. This is Bridge 130 that we're coming up to, and you can see a narrow boat that is moored to the left, and we spoke to the guy. It's a lovely mooring. In fact, we're told it's the best mooring on the Lancaster Canal, and when we get a little closer I'll show you why. It's beautiful scenery, very quiet location. And there's parking off-road. Just beautiful views.
Just passing through the services at Carnforth again, where Graham helped us from his boat in New Auckland. Hi Bob. These are baby moorhens. Hello. Hi, Mama.
So here's the mooring. As you can see, it's all wooded on this side. There's loads of trails through there that you can walk your dog or just enjoy nature in general.
So Saturday morning, and we're just heading off for our next mooring spot. Is awesome. Narrowboat. Carol really liked the look of this house right on the canal. We've got some nice mooring space here as well, just before the bridge, nice and sheltered. Got the white rose of Yorkshire fighting there. That's antagonistic in Lancashire.
It's a beautiful day today, a bit breezy. You need to wear little jackets, so I've got my jean jacket on, but lovely sunshine, big fluffy clouds, and we're going back to a mooring that we were near Hasty Brow Road, I think. And we're going to moor up there, and then I'm going to carry on working on this week's video.
You can hear it above the engine noise, but it's a song of a wren, that was. It makes such a lot of noise for a little tiny bird.
So we're going to have to move the swing bridge. So we've moored up. Rob's holding the middle line. It's balanced. Boy, you can tell it's quite a heavy bridge. So you remove. You can come around here where you can see it. You remove this hook, which releases, or tries to release the bridge. Hold on. There we go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go backwards. Push with my feet and my back. And it just swings it right on around. Nice and slow.
There's Carol pushing the bridge.
nice and slow. I could go faster, but when it gets to this end, it will bounce off of that side if I go too fast. So, and it's already, see, I'm not even touching it now, and it's it's still moving. And boing. Okay. So then I just try to push it back and hold it tight while Rob brings the boat through. Now that she's through, I just put my back into it again, push. Rob's gonna moor her so that I can lock the bridge, cross it, and get back on Liberty. Now I'm not touching her and she's still moving here. It's got quite a good balance system. And now it will bounce. Then you have to pull again. Pull. Take the lock. Lock her back up. She's good. Cross over. Just give her a shove off and we'll be back on again. Got it.
Okay. About moving onto a narrowboat was getting rid of stuff and not being kind of weighed down and just being free from being a slave to paying for everything that we needed to own or that we needed to maintain. And it was one of the reasons why we named her Liberty.
Just to give you an idea of how shallow, we're in pretty much the center of the canal, and yet you can still see plants growing out of the bottom. It's not very deep. I'd say maybe 4.5 feet max, if that. So if you fell in, you just stand up. Now Tilly has decided to shift into the front, right under the front bow steps. She's just having a good snooze.
Is the sun gone? It's not what we signed up for. We wanted glorious weather every day we cruise. No, I actually like it if it's a bit drizzly. Somehow really peaceful and pleasant then. And also you tend not to get such strong winds. The wind is definitely picking up a little bit now. See the movement in the trees a little bit. Probably get the boat full of bugs here.
Hope not.
Letting Carol do all the easy stuff, like pulling the boat in with sheer brute force.
I don't think it wants to come in.
No, it probably doesn't. I think we can only get it in a little way and then use the planks. Well, we finally caught up with you, Saul. We can't get much closer than this without rubbing off your paintwork. Carl's working on a video. And I'm making a cup of tea. Mostly because the weeds have got a little bit of a gap. It's not that shallow here. I think we've probably got enough depth to moor. But we have deployed the planks. You just put this entry mat here to stop them slipping so much, and marked everything with orange or yellow cloths, in fact gloves and a cloth, until he's got quite used to walking across here now. So here's a glove. There were a ton of these orange gloves on Liberty when we bought her. We do use them, but they also serve a useful double purpose. You can see how the weeds have grown along this section. And there's our other mooring pin. Just gives people a good chance of not tripping over it. And you can see them quite well against the green. Garden's coming on nicely. Nice little hoverfly there, trying to scare us by mimicking a wasp. but completely harmless.
We hope you enjoyed this week's cruise. Come along with us next week as we head further south past Garstang. See you soon.